Everybody. I considered just having the blacks room today for Blackout Tuesday. The city's pretty crazy at the moment, but I decided our health doesn't need to wait, so we're going to work a little bit today anyway. Okay, if you're joining this class now or you're reviewing it later, we're going to need a bath towel. Okay, and we're going to go over the versatile nature of a simple towel, many stretches we can do with that. But today we're going to focus on mostly the ankles in preparation for my hiking trip this weekend. Okay, so we're going to start first just by bouncing through the knees and letting the ankles bend. Okay, what we want to start to focus on here is that the feet do not become disturbed. When I bend through the ankles, it does not cause my arches to flatten or roll in or anything like that. Okay, so that means not going as deep as you possibly can, right? Here's comfortable for me. If I push more, either my heels come up or the foot caves in and my knees come together. Okay, so we're not really going there. We're just staying where the feet remain relatively undisturbed. And we're just trying to focus on letting the knees travel forwards over the feet. Okay, we're just going to get a rhythm going here while we start to warm up. You want to feel the weight shift towards the toes. Okay, but the heel is going to stay in contact with the ground, but we're still shifting into the forefoot. Each time the knees bend, the weight's traveling forwards in the foot a little bit. Yeah. Easy peasy. And now we're immediately going to turn the feet out, like 90-degree angle, right? 45 each way. And we're just going to start to go up onto the toes. Okay? We're just going to pump until you feel the muscles start to burn. You don't have to go too fast. You're just going up and down, up and down. You can easily hold for balance. It's not so important. Okay, get the heel to come up and for the ankle to straighten all the way. Not an easy exercise. So if you feel you can't make it up all the way, that's fine. In time, you will develop the strength, okay? And we're just gonna go till we get a pretty sizable burn in the calves. Maybe another 30 seconds, just pumping up and down. Okay, and if you're already super fatigued and you wanna stop, we're gonna go back to that same bouncing movement that we started with. Okay, so here we're getting the muscles really to contract and develop the power. And now I'm going to switch back to this bouncing. The feet become parallel and the knees just go down through the ankles. Okay? And here we're developing the flexibility of the ankle to travel forwards. Okay? This is really going to help a lot when we're traversing stairs or when I'm going up and down hills, basically. Okay? So we're going to start by just addressing the front and back nature of the ankle, as we've started to do already. And then later we'll get into the twisty-turny rotation movements of the ankle that really help us with the balance. Okay, so we're just bouncing through, trying to feel the ankles moving. Right, go all the way up, all the way down. If you feel stress developing in the knees, this is okay as long as it's not painful. They're certainly being used right now. And we want to start to be able to drop more passively through this movement. Right? We don't want to force, we don't want to tense on the way down. Right? If we make the mistake of pushing as we go down, it becomes hard to get through the ankle because we're actually pushing ourselves back up already. So try to actively release the legs on the way down, letting the body free fall for maybe an inch or two. And then we just catch with the bottom and stand back up. Okay, we're immediately going into another set here. The feet are turned out and we're just going up. And we're going to burn this out for like another minute or until you feel you've really KO'd the muscles, right? Really getting a good burn. As you go up, you want to try to have the heel come forwards a little bit, as if you were turning the legs outwards. Okay, this helps to avoid rolling too much weight onto the big toe. All right, we want a good contact with the big toe on the ground as we go up and down, but we don't want the weight to shift away from the pinky toe. We don't want to lose the connection of the pinky toe as we go up onto the toes. Okay? In fact, if you try to keep more weight on the pinky toe, you'll probably feel the butt muscles having to work a lot harder to keep the legs turned out enough. Okay? If it's too stressful on the hips, you can decrease the angle that you have the legs turned out, and it should be easier to keep some weight through the pinky toes. Okay, and here we are resting again, just flexing through the ankles. Okay, if we have our towel handy, we're going to stay in this movement a bit, but we're also going to start to open up the chest. Okay, for this, you're just going to hold pretty wide on the towel with straight arms. Okay, at no point do the elbows bend. Okay, and we just bring the towel straight overhead and a little bit behind us if we can. Okay, if you can't reach, you need to hold the towel wider, 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 and it should become easier as you hold the towel further apart. Okay, I need to hold a little bit closer. And you're looking for just enough that you feel a big stretch in the chest or the front of the shoulders, but no pain or pinching in the shoulders. Okay, so from the side, you can see I'm going pretty far back with the towel. Right? I'm starting here, the arm straight, rides up, I get the big stretch. Now again, that just has to do with, the difficulty has to do with how wide the grip is on the towel. If I hold here, I can't do that, right? I'll go to here, oh, and I get stuck. Right, so unless I widen the grip, then I can slip through the towel and stretch the full angle of the shoulders. Okay, all the time bouncing through the ankles, straighten and okay, we're going to get in another set of our calf raises. Okay, so we're getting a slightly splayed foot. We're going to try to keep the weight even between the pinky toe and the big toe. And we're just going to pop up into the air and come down again. Okay, we'll probably make this our last strength set for these muscles. They're going to be pretty well warmed up. So we're going to move to the ground and use this towel to stretch the ankle. So you'll need to be able to lay down on your back. And you'll see it shouldn't be too stressful for the body, but it's going to make a huge stretch. Wow, okay. Let's kick out the legs, let the blood flow return. And let the ankle be floppy underneath the body. Okay, now we're going to start to roll from side to side here through the feet. Okay, so you're going to see how the toes come up on one side. And so I'm just rolling all the way through the foot as far as I can until one edge comes up and the other edge comes up. Here the arch does collapse, but it also gets bigger. On the foot that you're rolling over, the arch comes up a little bit and then goes down as you roll through. Okay, try to let the foot be soft and jello-like, just trying to roll through the flat surface, don't control anything. Let the bones just roll over each other. Okay, taking it up in the circular pattern, just pushing the heel up and around, making a big circle with the heel in the air, both directions. Good, another quick round, shaking the ankles out. And then we're gonna lay down, okay? Here we go. So you want to get on the back nice and comfortable, and you're going to take this strap, and it goes around the forefoot, okay, a little bit higher than the middle of the arch, something like what you would consider the ball of your foot, okay? And from here, we're just going to do this simple exercise where the weight of the arms are hanging on the foot, okay? And we're going to use the power of the ankle to push upwards and then pull the foot down. Okay, not only are we pulling with the strap, but we're also pulling with the front of the shin. Okay, so you're trying to flex the ankle as far as you can, and you're using the towel to help pull it down. Okay, you should get a pretty intense stretch along the back of the leg. Okay, and we're going to do 30 repetitions on each side. Okay, so you're pushing forward and pulling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's make it 20, okay? This is enough. Good. Go into the other side now. Same business here. Getting the leg straight. Already feeling the stretch just from the weight of the arms. Okay. If you want to take a second to shake out the hands after gripping the last one. Okay, here we go. Pushing up into the towel and pulling down together. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pulling down. Okay, you're just dipping into that intense stretch, not trying to maintain it, okay? You're just touching where it feels very strong and coming back out. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good, let's go back to the other side. We'll finish up the same sets. Okay, we're going to do another 20 here. And let's do 10 here. And after 10, we're going to hold the stretch for a long period of time. Okay? Probably 2 minutes we're going to hold it. All right, and we're going to try to really just relax as much as we can. So first we're going to pump 10 times. Okay, here we go. Up and pulling down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now you're going to pull down and find a maintainable stretch. This can be strong, okay? And we're just going to stay here and try to relax the body as much as possible, okay? Really try to focus on relaxing the muscle here. Don't just focus on pulling very hard to get a big stretch. Try to focus on releasing the back of the knee, releasing the back of the leg. Nice long breathing. Okay, start to pull again with the front of the shin muscle. Right? This is going to intensify the stretch. Just pull as much as you can maintain and focus to release the back of the leg. Okay, one hand might be getting tired, so I'm just going to hold with one and shake out here. I'm going to switch. Now pulling down firmly for 10 and reaching 7, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Wow. Okay, let's take that over to the other side. Okay, let's balance here for a second. Shake the hands out. All right, some easy clapping. Bouncing on the ground. Okay, let's take this up into the stretch. Okay, we're going to pump 10 times. And on the last one, we're going to hold a bunch. Okay, here we go. Pushing up, pulling down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, going in and holding now. Wow, this side is a lot tighter for me. I'm really going to have to try to focus on relaxing right now. Remember to use the front of the shin to draw that ankle down to perpetuate the stretch. That way you don't have to yank as hard with the hands, right? The towel's here just to assist our flexing of the ankle. Ten more seconds, pulling down, getting an intense stretch. 7, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Ooh. Okay. Let's shake our arms out, get rid of some of that tension from holding there. Okay. Yeah. Great. Doing really good. We're going to take a really wide stance here. Keep the knees slightly bent so the ankles are bending nicely forwards. Right? We have some element of the knees coming forwards. Okay, but we're not going so low to affect the hips. We just feel stable, the knees bent, the feet are wide. Okay, the feet facing forwards. Okay, and from here we're going to keep the knees bent, but we're going to go up onto the toes and the back down. Okay, so you're taking the wide stance here. Okay, and in the wide stance you're going up and down. You can hold if you need some balance. Okay, so you want to keep the feet nice and wide and facing forwards. We're just traveling upsy daisy, downsy daisy. Sinking into the ankles, pushing out of the ankles. Not an easy exercise. Okay, definitely hold for balance if you need. Okay, we have two options here to let the ankles turn like this. Okay, we don't really want to do that. It's not terrible, but we're going to get better training if we try to keep the ankles in line with the feet. So as we go up, the ankles stay in, they don't pop out like this. Okay? So you're kind of pushing up on a diagonal in towards yourself. Right? On this case, the weight is going to go all to the big toe. Okay, bending into the knees a little bit deeper, letting the ankles flex. Okay, pushing up through the ankles and back down. Sinking in. Wow, good burn on the sides of the ankle here. Okay, we're just going to sit here a little bit, let the ankles melt into the floor. Again, the feet are facing forwards, legs nice and wide, and the knees are also traveling forwards. Up here is very upright and free. If you still have your towel, mine's a little out of reach right now, but you can work on the shoulders at the same time. I don't have mine, so I'm going to do some of our twisty work here while I just let my ankles sink into the ground here. I'm being very gentle with the arms here, just focusing on keeping the ankles relaxed and sinking into the ground. Okay, slowly I'm going to walk my way back out of this. Nice, 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 nice. Shaking out the legs. Okay, and the last remaining angle that we need to work on for the ankle is this crossed over angle, okay? As you bring one foot, you're going to bring it diagonally across the body. Okay, and you're going to see this is going to try to roll the arch forwards, okay? And that's what we want. We want to basically try to get the foot to roll inwards, okay? Don't worry, the position will take care of it for you. It's kind of hard to explain the angles, right? But you're taking one leg, you're stepping diagonally forward with the foot turned out, okay? This puts the weight going down through the inside of the ankle. And we're just going to step back and forth like this. You can keep the knee very bent on the ankle in front, and it's okay to go into that. The only thing you want to make sure is that when you step, the force is coming this way through the open part of the foot. Right? You don't want to move forwards and put the ankle to the side. This doesn't help. So the whole weight's going this way, boom, and this way, boom. Turn the leg out. So you're landing with the pinky toe first, rolling into the foot and flexing. Pinky toe first. Okay, the outside edge of the foot lands first, rolling in and flexing the knee. Nice, getting into the rhythm. Good, if you were able to keep up with that one, you're definitely ready for hiking. Let's just wind down, loosen up, and cool down for the day. Okay, we got some good strength in for the ankles. We got a big stretching in for the ankles. We got more angular strength work for the ankles. This is good. I feel nice and loose in the ankles, ready to respond. Easy to pick myself up or down. Right, changing elevation, no problem right now. If I need to take a step, I can catch myself, okay? So what we want to continue to develop in our next sessions is to develop the balance system, okay? We've added some flexibility to the hips yesterday to make sure the walking is more comfortable. We're developing the ankles today so that we can handle rough terrain. But after it passes the ankle, there's a moment that we need to catch ourselves with the hip also. So tomorrow we're going to work a little bit more on this single leg balance, right? So that we can land on one leg, feel very comfortable, and get used to that. That way, I like to hike in a way, I don't wear shoes, I wear just my sandals, so my toes are exposed. So I have to be very careful about how I put my feet. And I need to know always if I put my foot on something slippery, I can just get away from it very quickly, okay? And that's why these exercises have helped me stay safe on the trails and also here in the city, okay? Good, we're gonna call the day for today. Thanks everybody for watching. These are crazy times right now, so if you're coming out to the protests, be safe and enjoy, because this is a really amazing time in our history. And I'm so glad that I'm here to share it with you. Have a great day, everybody.